Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out To the Last Breath by Arch Enemy. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, I am just downright giddy on this one. If you've been following the channel, you know I am a huge fan of Arch Enemy. And I know they've had a big shakeup. I think it was like in November or so, maybe October-ish, when Elisa left the band, and we've been kind of wondering, what's going to happen. We know Elisa put out a single of her own. She's actually put out a couple. One was a collab with somebody else. So I don't know if that counts as like a Elisa solo or whatnot, but either way, we know that there's definitely one solo song that she's put out, but we've really been waiting for like the Arch Enemy camp to do something. And I know that they've got a bunch of dates planned. They've got a lot of summer shows. I think they're playing Vakken and all that kind of good stuff. So we've kind of known that they've needed to figure out what they were going to do. And a lot of the speculation was who the lead singer was going to be. And of course, everybody went to the Angela route because Angela has been the manager for quite some time, and everybody feels that she should be able to just step right back into it. And so I'll be honest with you, I was on the same train on that one. I thought Angela was going to do it. And then like a couple of days ago, the whole band, 8+ Angela, put out this little bitty clip of a person, and the person had gloves on, which I know Angela in a lot of clips wore gloves as well. So I was like, oh, it's definitely Angela. It's definitely Angela, until Angela basically came out and said it was not her. And so then the speculation train hit again, and everybody was pointing to Lauren Hart, who actually I'm pretty unfamiliar with. And so once I heard her name, I did check out a couple, clips of her and her band Once Human. And so I figured, oh, okay, she would be a good fit, but not really knowing. And then as luck would have it, today they dropped this video, or at least when I'm recording this, it's today. Today they dropped the video, and they officially announced Lauren Hart as the new lead singer for Arch Enemy. And so I am just so excited to see really what they do, because I feel like they had to probably rush to put a song together, or they maybe had a song that Elisa had performed on before that was going to be for a new album of some sorts. They had to put something out. And so I'm not really sure where this song stands. Is this a song for a brand new album? Like, are we getting a new album soon? Or is this just a song to introduce Lauren? I don't really know. But I'm just so excited because I love Arch Enemy. I love all the iterations of Arch Enemy. As you guys know, my Arch Enemy was always Elisa, because that's when I came into the band. But you know what? I'm happy to check out anybody new, and quite frankly, anybody old. If Angela were to come back, I would totally embrace it. So that's kind of where I stand at this point. So I'm kind of curious to see what we get. So without further ado, this is Last Breath by Arch Enemy. Oh my God, I love that intro drum. That all the I figured I had to stop it and mention that just because that's just awesome. And I'm probably going to do that for the rest of the night. So one more time. Boom. Love that part so far. And we haven't even heard Lauren yet, but off to a good start. I'm going to rewind it just because I didn't expect it to do that for me. So anyway, let me rewind it. She definitely has she definitely gives me the Angela vibes. she's got, I feel like her voice is just a little bit more deeper or raspier or whatever, but she's definitely got that more, I'd say a little harder edged, for lack of better terms. But I'm digging it so far. So far, so good. Yay. So it's got the cool, like what I would say like an arch enemy trope, where they have these like anthemic choruses. And so we've got the anthemic chorus. So I'm one with that. I love the fact they always have this like positive, like fight through the pain, grind kind of vibe, for lack of better terms. And now I'm kind of questioning if we're going to get some clean singing too. From what I understand, Lauren can do clean singing as well. And so I'm kind of curious to see if Arch Enemy is going to bring that in, or is it something they're going to shy away from for the first couple songs. But so far, so good. I can say again, take this torch and run, now the mask begins to peel, revealing right beneath the seal. Preaching older bloody black, the damage done, no turning back. Eyes of harm, force and frost, with every word truth got lost. Weaving lies like threads of flame, burning bridges, shifting blame. In shadowed halls, you wear your crown, feeding off the words you dwelt. That silver dial, a rusted knife, bleeding out the pulse of life. Do or die, it's time to rise. Reckoning day has come. I can breathe again, I can say again, take this torch and run. To the last breath, to the last breath out. As the mass divides, truth cracks the shell. A kingdom of lies on a slippery slope to hell. Your silver dial, a rusted knife, bleeding out the pulse of life. Do or die, it's time to rise. Reckoning day has come. I can breathe again, I can see again. Awesome. So there's definitely some cleans in there. It's kind of cool. Wow. This is giving me everything I need from Arch Enemy at this point. Wow. That was awesome. I love it. And it just goes to show that, like, I think not one person makes the band, for lack of better terms, because there's a big concern of, like, what happens when the voice that, like in my case, it's the Elisa voice is gone. What happens, when you find a replacement and all that kind of good stuff. And I think the good thing in Arch Enemy's favor is the fact that they have had different lead singers over the years. So people are familiar with bouncing back and forth between, like when I have an Arch Enemy playlist, it's going back and forth between the various different lead singers. So my ears, I'm kind of just used to having a little bit of different voice, but the core of Arch Enemy is always still there. That is still the same with this particular song as well. I feel like it's a brand new Arch Enemy song, and I don't have any kind of, like, I don't feel like it's missing anything, or because Elisa's not there, all that kind of good stuff. It just sounds like a really, really good Arch Enemy song. And once again, I noticed with her vocals, they definitely sound a little bit more on the Angela side than on the Elisa side. And so I'm now very curious to see what they're going to do when they perform live. Because once again, I don't know if this is like the first single to a new album. I think that'd be really, really quick, too quick almost to put together, but maybe, who knows? I don't know what they've had like sitting in the backlog or whatever. I have a feeling this is probably just as one single to introduce Lauren. And so now they have all these shows that are booked, and I'm kind of curious to see what their set list is going to look like. And I'm also wondering if they're going to lean heavier into the Angela, work rather than the Elisa work. I'm really just kind of curious to see how that'll work out. I have a feeling that, Lauren's going to do, a good job at covering Elisa and Angela, but I'm kind of curious just to see if the band wants to take it into a different direction and have a more, I'd say, Angela-centric set list until they get more Lauren music, because I have a feeling it's going to be a bit until we get a full Lauren album. So I'm just kind of curious, and who knows, maybe they'll stick with kind of like a similar set list that they've been playing for the last couple of years, where it's more Elisa heavy. So I really don't know, but I'm very kind of curious to see what it sounds like. And I absolutely am jealous of anybody who gets to see them. I know they're doing a smaller date run in Europe, and then they're going to like China, but then they're doing the summer festivals. And I'm kind of jealous of anybody who gets to see them on these like initial shows. And I don't even know like when they're coming back to America. I'm sure it'll be quite some time at this point. So I'm super jealous already of those who get to go to these preliminary shows, for lack of better terms. But all I can say is, I'm on board. I think they did a great job. I'm going to be an Arch Enemy lifer as it is, but anyway, I think they did a great job. And I should preface this is not to throw shade on Elisa in any form, because I'm just as excited about new work from Elisa. I'm a huge fan, as you guys know. And so I absolutely am excited for her stuff to come out as well. So it isn't, in my world, I'm not picking sides, and I'm sure somebody out there probably will, but it's definitely not coming from this camp, because I love both of them, and I wish nothing but the best for both of them. And so I'm cool with this. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. So please let me know in the comments. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.